Hey, shit talkers, what's going on? I'm Ali Conor Bradford here for Hollywood Shit, joined by a fantastic, very handsome gentleman.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I am Jason Carter for Hollywood Shit. How's it going, Ali Conor?
Fantastic. This is our first video that we're doing for this project.
First
vlog ever. So y'all know the deal. We like to talk about, like he said, the good shit, the bad shit, and everything in between. And one of the things that rings in my mind always when I think about Hollywood is the Illuminati.
Okay, first of all, every time I hear that word, or I'm sorry, that name Illuminati, I think of several things. One, I think of Christmas lights, like illumination, Illuminati.
Yeah.
But I also think, Ali Conor, that it's just it's one of those things that has like this prestige, like Mercedes, Rolex, Illuminati, and who even knows what the Illuminati?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy is
what's crazy?
Yeah, anytime I ask somebody, do you know what the Illuminati is? The first thing they say is Beyonce.
Of course. Oprah.
Jay-Z.
Apple.
I don't know, but I mean, here's the thing. So the theory is, for those of you who are not super familiar, they think of themselves as like an elite group, right? And you can only join it. I'm not sure how they recruit celebrities, but I know that generally speaking, it's like you can't marry into it. It's very, you know.
It's like being verified on Twitter. You can't request to be a part of it. It just has to happen, or they have to seek you out.
Yeah, exactly. But,
like a target.
But the thing is, okay, so with the music industry, right, it's like you're this influential person and you can, you know, influence people by putting secret messages into your music and controlling people.
Absolutely. Well, they've on YouTube, Ali Conor, they have so many videos of them dissecting every Beyonce song. Like, okay, she has a song called 6 Inch from her new album, Lemonade, that talks about her being a part of Illuminati, you know, the fire, the red, her emerging from the flames, all this stuff. It's just so far-fetched, but when you watch these videos, it actually makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a great song. And the video, the visuals are stellar, fantastic. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just weird how people make these assumptions and make these, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they try to make it seem like the Illuminati is in everything. You go buy a pack of gummy bears, the Illuminati probably had something to do with that.
Yeah, but I mean, do you think they had any control over? Because we were discussing also like death in the industry. Like there's all these theories about like Michael Jackson being killed. Whitney.
Right.
Jimi Hendrix, who by the way admitted that he had help with the success of his career from, and he titled it, I don't recall because I don't know the name of the positions of people in the Illuminati, so I apologize.
There's the assistant,
but
there's
he said
the gaffer.
Yeah. No, but seriously, who else was saying something about it? But a lot of times they offer you, I've been told, success in exchange for your soul and blah, blah, blah. And one of the names, don't squint at me like that.
It sounds like it's ridiculous. That's why I'm squinting.
Okay, I'm sorry. Who here likes Tupac?
I love Tupac.
And how many times have we heard Illuminati affiliated with Tupac?
Sure.
The man's been shot at several times.
And he's also been dead for 20 years.
Well, I don't care. I'm just saying the theory is that the Illuminati is responsible for a lot of deaths in Hollywood.
Well, and Hollywood and politicians allegedly, and I use the word allegedly a lot these days because you don't know what's going on. So allegedly JFK was a part of the Illuminati and his assassination had to do with the Illuminati, which I don't think back in 1956 or 66, whenever he was assassinated, the Illuminati was like, you know, kicking. But who knows? They probably were. Prince allegedly was the Illuminati.
I mean, see that.
Wow.
You know what? Okay, so I read something that was a theory that Justin Bieber is a part of the Illuminati. Now, there's a thing. I feel like there are a little bit of truths here and there to these theories. Right. And some, like you said, are way, way
field.
Far. Yeah. And so the thing I read about Justin Bieber is that he is a part of the Illuminati. And that's why he's got all these tattoos all of a sudden, because he's got one of an owl, which is a representative, like a symbol for them. The eye, of course, he's got, which he claims is his mother's eye. But here's the part that's like way out there.
What's the part?
The part is that supposedly Justin Bieber died in a car crash and was replaced by his like duplicate because they have
dupe of Justin, a doppelganger.
It's called Justin Bieber 2.0, and supposedly they have the technology because the Illuminati runs the world, right? Technology, science, so they have the power to what's the word I'm looking for? Duplicate.
Clone?
Thank you. And they cloned him, and supposedly he died, and this is JB.
Okay,
2.0.
audience. Yeah.
No.
I mean, look, nowadays they have 3D printers. They could probably 3D print a Justin Bieber. I have a theory about Justin Bieber that I'm sure a lot of our audience and our listeners are not going to appreciate. Okay. I think he's secretly gay and loves black men because this whole posse is nothing but straight black dudes. And he's just like waiting for them to be like, hey, Biebs. You want to go and play? You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Wow. I don't don't know about all that. But here's the thing, though. If it's not like an actual thing, I mean, you see all these people doing the whole triangle thing.
Sure.
And Jay-Z, who's notorious for doing it, had claimed, because people keep, saying to him, are you in the Illuminati? He's like, no, because their big thing is secrecy, which we'll talk about in a second. But Jay-Z said that he was holding up the diamond because diamonds represent like diamond platinum in the music industry. So when he does that, he's referring to like an album going diamond.
He's been doing that since, the Rock Familia, the dynasty back that came out in 2002. That was really when we first started seeing Jay actually in mainstream hip hop pop culture using that. Because before, as a host, we just know that as vagina hands.
Yeah, right?
Ew. But yeah. So, but here's another thing about the Illuminati, that they only associate themselves with elite brands. So if you ever see pictures of Beyonce, Jay-Z, Apple, Oprah, they're all connected by some way, shape, or form. So, because I mean, allegedly, there's that word again, audience. Oprah is part of the Illuminati.
Of course.
I mean, and Oprah, and she is. They say, and normally women allegedly are not supposed to have higher ranking positions in the Illuminati organization. But Oprah's like, listen, I'm Oprah Winfrey. I love bread. Here's the thing. I love bread.
Well, I think people look up to her, so she's an asset.
Well, Oprah's one of the most powerful people on the planet.
But I feel like in the Illuminati, it's probably when you're a celebrity, it just throws things out the window. Do you mean like there's exceptions to the rule because she's Oprah and because people know that she can not control people, but do you know what I mean? If there really are secret messages inside of what people say, Oprah's one of those people who can speak to a wide audience.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'm trying to think of who else I had read about. We know Tom Cruise, but Tom Cruise is also into Scientology as well. And according to Scientology, like they choose who you marry, and he's been married, divorced 3 times.
Well, yeah, I think, and I have a friend, and I had a friend who actually knew Tom Cruise back in the day and has openly said that, yes, Tom Cruise is of the LGBT community.
Really?
And that Mimi Rogers, his first wife, and Nicole Kidman were all arranged marriages.
Yes, those were arranged from the Scientology church.
And then you also have Leah Remini, who, J-Lo's best friend, who recently defected from the organization, who's spilling the tea. And HBO had a fantastic tell-all on Scientology that blew my mind.
Dude, I didn't get to watch it, so please share some of the highlights.
Just the whole, how the people that are in the organization or the church will defend, just like with any religious organization, Mormonism, Judaism, it's all, people believe what they want, but they will defend to the better end the beliefs. Yeah. And will hold and cover up things. But here's the thing.
Here's what I read about this, too. I mean, it's slightly off the topic of Hollywood, but really quick. But with Scientology, there was a tell-all article from somebody who was an adult, but she'd finally left it. She wrote it anonymously, and she said, their big thing is secrecy, and so how they do that is they scare you as a child, because she was born into it.
Sure.
And she said that they would bury fake deaths and fake bury people alive. So when you're 3-4 years old and you're seeing somebody get buried alive and you're told, well, that person opened their lips, you grow up and you're like, I ain't telling nobody.
Right.
But it's fake. Now, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Yeah, and fake, absolutely. But in the documentary, they had women who said that they were accosted, that they were threatened at their homes by people in the church of Scientology, for leaving the church and for threatening them, saying, listen, you open your mouth, we will end you. Quote, end quote.
Right.
So, I mean, how it ties into the Illuminati is this. All these elitist societies, because religions are elitist societies as well.
Yes, absolutely.
All these elitist societies, they have this code of silence, and they're like vampires. You walk amongst the people, but like mutants, but you can't break the code. So what is the code?
Well, here's the thing that I think is really interesting about the Illuminati. If it is so secret, right, and you... Why is everybody then doing the sign if it's so secret? Because everybody knows that that's what it stands for. A. B. Y'all, I went online and I was Googling because I wanted to find some information. Let's see if I can pull
Illuminati.
See if I can pull this up. Because I thought it was hilarious. You can Google and they have an official website now. And according to them, their website was created because there's just so many false beliefs about them and they want to clear it up. So that's why they do it. But it's an elite organization for world leaders, business authorities, innovative artists, etc., etc. But at the bottom of the page, you can join the Illuminati by filling out your name and email address. You start the process. So that doesn't sound very,
elitist to me. Let me go have like the guy that's homeless in front of 7-Eleven. You want to be part of the Illuminati? You're broke as hell and hungry.
But don't
However,
matter.
dude, we're going to get you a new life.
We can make you Beyonce.
Yeah, we can get you turned up. But look, so according to Ranker.com, is a website I love, 26 famous people allegedly, there's that word again, allegedly killed by the Illuminati. Number 1, Michael Jackson.
Of course, yeah.
No, it gets better. John Lennon. Ooh, wait for it. And we can't forget about good old, there's a street in every city, Martin Luther King Jr. was allegedly murdered by the Illuminati.
But I mean, does that make sense? I think it makes sense, because if you are not propelling a mission, if you will, that they want, then like, peace out, homie. You're no longer following us. That's like, okay, Michael Jackson, he spoke out about a lot of things. Do you remember the song "They Don't Really Care About Us"?
Absolutely.
Which was
From Blood on the Dance Floor, sure.
Yeah, and to me, targeted more towards government. Obviously, if you watch the videos and it talks about all these people and it's for the people, and I feel like that's something that on the outside, like government figure, whomever the Illuminati runs the government, supposedly, they're like, oh, that's cute. He's doing a good job. What is he doing? Why is he doing this?
Exactly.
Why is he going against us when he works for us?
Right. Well, tying that back into Hollywood shit, though, Allie, that also goes with talent, though, because when you are sticking up for yourself, when you are, Dancers Alliance, the dance community for the last 20 years has worked hard to improve conditions for talent in the industry. And a lot of dancers have lost jobs, have been, careers have been threatened because they went against the grain. They were not, point blank period, we're not taking this shit anymore.
Right.
So it's just so funny how again, we always say art imitates life, but getting back to the Illuminati, I want to actually, there needs to be a documentary on Dateline, NBC, who knows, Pop Trigger, Hulu, somewhere that blows the lid off this shit.
Yeah, but I think the fear with that, whether you are
your life?
Yeah, exactly. Because obviously celebrities are supposedly being killed by the Illuminati, so there is no safe zone. It doesn't. Michael Jackson, if that's really true, I mean, he is the king of pop, supposedly loved by everybody, and he still got killed.
They say Kurt Cobain was killed by the Illuminati, but he died of an overdose. So
they could have infused his stuff with drugs or something. I don't know. But you guys, we have a last minute addition running in, so we are so excited. Liz Crokin is joining us.
Liz Crokin!
Come on and have a seat. Yay! Y'all know Liz if you've listened to our podcast. She is our fantastic journalist who always has good, juicy bits to join in. So we are talking about the Illuminati and obviously celebrities. And I know you have
my favorite topic.
Yeah, a lot of things to talk about. So any celebrities? Oh, go ahead.
I did get an email from someone that says that the Illuminati wrote Melania Trump's speech, and that someone was actually murdered after.
Wasn't it the same speech as Michelle Obama or something?
There was two lines that were they were almost identical. And there was actually, what happened is at first the Trump campaign they were just as surprised as everyone else. They were like, how did this happen? And long story short, what ended up happening is that a woman came forward who claims to be the speechwriter that put in those lines, and she said that when she was talking to Melania about what she liked for her speeches, she mentioned that she likes Michelle Obama, and she liked one of her speeches, and she told her some of the lines. But the woman wrote the lines down thinking that was what Melania would like. Those were her words. She didn't realize she was repeating what Michelle Obama said.
I do, and to add to that, Liz, and not to go off topic, but I do think if someone would have coached Melania and let Melania know, okay, listen, sweetie, we need to paraphrase this, and you need to make sure that say something like quoting Michelle Obama, it would have been totally okay, because imitation is the best form of flattery, right? But
well, she didn't know that she had taken it out verbatim, and you have to understand that these people, she's never done speeches before.
She did look fantastic, though.
She always looks fantastic. You could put the ugliest, she could wear garbage bag and still be the best dressed. She's like drop dead.
Do you think Trump's part of the Illuminati?
No. I don't. I'm obsessed with Illuminati. I love
tell
watching.
Tell me a good conspiracy story that.
Well, okay, so I've always been interested in secret societies and like the Freemasons and Illuminati, and there's a lot of rumors that a lot of the politicians on both sides, Democratic and Republicans, are members of these secret societies. They range from the Illuminati, the Freemasons, the Bilderberg. Have you heard of the Bilderberg group? And but when I got, as a journalist, you hear it all, but I got some really creepy firsthand experience with what I know in my heart was the Illuminati, to the point where honestly I don't even want to say.
No, you have to say it.
I'll die. They'll kill me.
Shut up.
Seriously.
Janet Jackson.
The story is actually about someone who was murdered. Oh. And honestly, that's why I don't know if I totally feel comfortable saying who it was, but there was someone huge. I'll leave it at this. You can try to put the clues together. There's someone major in the music industry. And this person was having an affair, shocker, like every celebrity musician does. And anyways, this person's mistress, I was doing a story on, and I contacted her, and there was rumors that this person was, sleeping with this
really powerful musician.
And she told me that she had never met this person. She had never been to a concert of this person, like nothing. She claimed she'd never even been in the same room as this person, which was really foolish on her part because, like, in a matter of a few days, I was able to find pictures of her sitting next to this person at an after party. Anyways, long story short, I'm like, look, I know that you're having an affair with this person, and we're going to move forward with a story because we have a lot of evidence and sources backing this up. So do you want to work with us and tell your side, or, something, or, if you don't want to, that's fine, but
it's coming out.
It's going to come out either way. And it's usually, and I say this, and people, when I worked in the business, people didn't believe me when I said it, but it is in your best interest to work with the reporter and then to go against
Scandal.
them.
Kerry Washington.
If the story is going to come out, you might as well make some extra cash
and get in front of it,
and then have it be manufactured. That, like, reporters will work with you, like good ones. I always did. And so this person was thinking about coming forward and working with me. And the next thing I know, when I called this person at work, like the next day or 2 days later, she mysteriously died.
Shut
swear to God.
Up.
Like, I'm calling her work, and, like, she's not answering. And finally, one of her coworkers answered the phone, and she's like, oh, she died. And I'm
wow.
Like,
just so nonchalant, like, Liz, I'm sorry. She died.
No, and then it gets creepier. And so I'm like, what? And so then we started looking into how she died and, like, what was the coroner's report and blah, blah, blah. And they claimed that she died from natural causes at the age of 28.
Oh, no.
What?
Who died? I mean, that's like 1 in like 9 billion people.
And then the plot even thickens more. There were some more, like, underground websites that kind of covered this story and covered these kinds of stories that these big celebrities and Illuminati types don't care about because nobody gives them legitimacy. But a lot of them are dead on. They're accurate. And one of these websites reported that a journalist from Star Magazine, which was me, had reached out to her. And I didn't even know who runs this website. I found this. Had reached out to her and told her they were going to come forward with the story. And right after I reached out to her, she went to the musician she was having an affair with and said, hey, I'm going to go forward with this story unless you pay me off, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
And within 2 days or so, she just
died. Dead.
Right,
wow.
And supposedly, though, the Illuminati is notorious for either killing people or just making them disappear.
Oh yeah, all the time.
But so, okay, with that said, though, what is it? I don't understand, though. Like, why do they exist, though? Like, what gain? What is their mission? What is the mission of the Illuminati?
They're, like, if I've actually just, like, I'm obsessed with conspiracy theories. So I actually just watched a 2-hour speech made by, God, I'm drawing a blank on his name, but he was one of the main, like, conspiracy theorists, like, he was one of the guys in Hollywood, the old school Hollywood, that would flag the secret communists in Hollywood. This was like the McCarthy era, right? And he did a whole study and, like, a ton of research on the Illuminati and how they started and who started the Illuminati and why were they started and what's their goal and, like, what drives them. And the Illuminati started with a family named the Rothschild family. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're insanely rich. You don't hear about them often, but they're insanely rich. They own basically everything, including almost every politician. I reviewed a lot of those emails that were released of Hillary Clinton's, and there's a lot of emails between her and members of the Rothschilds family. And in the emails, they're like, oh, once you leave office as Secretary of State, we have this beautiful office at Rockefeller Center that you can use as your place to write your novel, your autobiography for free, like rent free. Like these people you could just dangle the bait, It's obvious that they own. But anyways, it started, hundreds of years ago, and their goal is literally for there to be a one world government. And that's like, they're behind the whole New World Order movement, and they want there to be a one world government because they want to control the world.
Right. Yeah. Ultimately, to control the world.
And you can't control the world if there's multiple foreign sovereign nations, right? Sure. So that's their agenda, and it's real, man. It's like definitely going on. But I gotta tell you, I never, I love conspiracy theories, and probably what I love about conspiracy theories is that some of them are true and some of them aren't, and
it's the fun trying to decipher which ones are.
That's why I like them. Like, okay, because it's really like I know a lot of them are garbage and they're not.
It's like a crossword puzzle.
Exactly, but you're right. I like figure out the crossword puzzle, but I thought a lot of this Illuminati stuff was very pie in the sky before I moved to Hollywood. Oh my God. And then I started working in the business, and particularly in the music business.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. The stories I hear about people that have ties to like devil worshipping and Satan and Illuminati, it's like this stuff is real. And
yeah, so we do have to wrap up, but I will say this leaves room for a part 2, absolutely, because this is such a huge topic, so maybe we'll continue it on, because I know Liz has lots to say about it.
If we live to tell about it, I mean, it's
absolutely.
True.
Shut up. Oh my God.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us here on Hollywood Shit, the good shit, the bad shit, and everything in between. We can't wait to see you again next week. Bye, guys.
See you later.